Good morning, family and friends. It is me. I am back yet again with another beautiful word that the Lord placed in my spirit. I do have to apologize for the video that I posted yesterday. I didn't realize till after I got off work that it was the 30-second video, not the one that I initially tend to had sent out. But anyway, I pray that everybody is having a blessed Saturday morning. Today, I am going to redo that word for us. I'm coming out of the book of First John, the 5th chapter, the verses 1 through 3. And I'm just doing a continuation of love. You know, I cannot close out this segment without talking about the one who actually created love. And so this morning, the scripture reads as this. It says, whoever or whosoever believes Jesus Christ is born of God, and everyone that loved him, that begot him, loves him. By this we know that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandments. For this is the love of God. And I'm going to say this again. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So previously we discussed the characteristics or the actions of love coming out of 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter. And then we also talked about loving one another. And that loving one another shows true discipleship. So this morning we're talking about loving God, and loving God is an indication of your relationship with him by keeping his commandments. And so I'm gonna paraphrase again. It says, whosoever believes, and everyone who loves Jesus Christ and loves the children of God, because we love God by keeping his commandments. There's no way around this. You know, there's many of us who claim that we know God and we know what's required of God, what's required of us by God. We speak on behalf of God, and we continue to claim that we love God. But this morning, I ask that we examine ourselves and ask ourselves whether we are really in the faith. And you need to ask yourself two questions. Do I love God? And do I know God? Do you sincerely know God according to the scriptures? Do you sincerely know God by following after his spirit? So I propose this question or this statement that, don't you know God needs love too? And we show our love for God by keeping his commandments. First John the 5th chapter tells us, it says, if you love God, you keep his commandments. First John the 2nd chapter verses 1 through 3 tells us this. It says, if we know God, we keep his commandments. But if we say that we know him, but we do not keep his commandments, that we are a liar. This is what scripture says. And the truth is not in us. And then it goes on to say, but whoever keep his word, in him is the love of God perfected. So this saints this morning, or people this morning, I want to ask you, do you want to be perfected? I am in the business now of wanting to be perfected in God, meaning to be mature in his word, to be mature into him, being spiritual enough to know that in order for me to have the acceptance, the true acceptance of who God is in my life, is to follow after his commandments. Because hereby that when I do that, I know that I am in him. I know that my salvation abides in him and him alone. So we are called to two things, God people. We are called to discipleship and accountability. Discipleships meaning to be followers after Christ. Accountability, to be accountable to God first, then to self, and then to others. Because when we do that, we are honoring what God has called us to be and to do as a people. The scripture tells us to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, and mind. And the second is unlike unto the first, is to love your brethren as you do yourself. And again, I love myself. And then there's one other scripture that God had in my spirit this morning. It says, oh, no man, nothing but love. And that's all that we are to and supposed to be accountable to each other, is making sure that we love each other the best way and the only way we can. Not with the capacity of Christ, but with the capacity that the Spirit of the Lord gives us to love one another. So again, love God by keeping his commandments. Love God by fulfilling his commandments. Love God by asking him to give you the ability and the power to do so. Because no one else or nothing else on this earth can do so except the Spirit of the Lord. Because it's not by power or might, but it's by his Spirit. So again, everyone, good morning. I pray that everybody continue to have a good and happy Saturday. Please stay up in the Lord, because he'll never let us down. God bless and have a beautiful day. I'll be back.